Because of that, actually, I think it'll be one of the safest days of the entire year for everyone. And we have just a large number of media here reporting on him. But you know what? By him being here, it's giving us a platform to talk about the values of higher education and the values of universities that welcome all kinds of people from all religions and skin colors.
What was the decision, I guess, in keeping classes open, keeping a normal schedule, I guess?
Yes, I just refuse to allow him to, number one, cause us to close down and to stop education and to stop scholarship. You know, I believe that education and research is they are his greatest enemy, and his message's greatest enemy. So for us to stop and to close would be to let him win. And therefore, if we can maintain security, and again, I believe this will be one of our safest days ever, and secondly, stay open, I believe we win in doing that.
We've had the pleasure of seeing this campus over the last 12 and a half hours or so, and we've seen on Greek Row a lot of signs going up, yes. Love, not hate.
Love that. Just love it.
You know, how do you view the students kind of making their own form of unity?
You know, the students have really seized this opportunity. They have a series of events every day that are celebrating inclusiveness or anti-hate, and others that are teach-ins around the First Amendment and freedom of speech. And I just love how they're seizing the moment to do good and not allowing him to have a spectacle and to be perceived as someone that is the victim of hate speech from us, but it's the opposite. I really believe this message of love will overcome his message of hate.
Okay, Joe?
How frustrating was it? I know you in the beginning was adamant about putting a stop to it, but then of course the law kicked in and we weren't able to do that. How frustrating was that?
Well, it was clear to us from the very beginning that if there was a time in which we had appropriate time to prepare for safety, and secondly, there weren't explicit threats against us, which was what the case was right after Charlottesville, then we would not be able to ban him from being on our campus. Decided very clearly by the Supreme Court. And I wouldn't wish him here. I just as soon he went to some other university, but the courts are clear. And so indeed, we were able to come to an agreement that it would be in October, and secondly, and we had time to prepare for him.
And lastly, I was going to ask, do you think by him coming here, you're kind of leading the way for universities on like, this is how you act and this is how you get through this moment properly, so to speak?
Certainly we have learned a lot from Berkeley and Virginia. They've been wonderful in sharing with us what worked for them and what didn't. And I'll bet when he goes to the next campus, they'll learn from us here. But we have worked to seize the moment and the platform that he's given us in the national news and our state news to declare our message, which is absolutely contrary to everything he represents, which I think he represents not pro-America but anti-America. And our country is about inclusiveness and nation